Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites and hopefully add all kinds of awesome, great games to your wish list or your backlog or your now playing list or I don't know, whatever you're doing out there. We're gonna add to it. We're gonna do our best to weigh you down and get those knees creaking and all of that, right? That's what we try to do every time. And, I'll tell you what, people have told me once or twice that we do a pretty good job of that over here. So, I'll tell you, if you like the rogues, you're in the right place. And I'm glad you're here with us. Hey, I am back with a game that really caught my attention, and I continue to come back to this game. It definitely got the grips on me in a great way. This is Whisker Squadron Survivor, and if you're seeing this for the first time, this is basically a combination of StarFox and Vampire Survivor. I know, you just gasped a little bit. That's okay. It's a perfectly normal reaction to what we have on offer here. How could they do such a thing? Well, you've got a series of stages, you've got beautiful blue gems that are popping out, and you've got an opportunity to level up. And grab some perks along the way. We've got meta progression on offer here. And, been trying to grab these VP points as well because you can take those and purchase those permanent upgrades. So we're gonna have a couple runs today. We're gonna hope that one of the bugs that I've encountered in this game, not the bugs we're shooting at, but I'm pretty sure it's a bug that I've encountered here and there where these blue crystals can get stuck to the ship and then you're kind of rammed into the ceiling over and over and over again. Other than that, though, I love the game. I think it's great. There is a demo out on Steam, so check this one out. Took a survey the other night, gave them some feedback, and it sounds like they are going to be cooking up some new stuff for the game as it iterates. Oh, and it's got a barrel roll. Okay, what more could you need? What more? Anyway, so we're gonna do some runs. Hopefully, we're gonna have some success and grab some points here. What are we gonna get into? We're going to talk about artificial intelligence waifus. Okay? Is that how you pronounce that? I never know on that word. Waifu? I don't know. Somebody will correct me if I'm saying it wrong. So we're going to talk about that. There was a story that popped up that is quite interesting and frightening, if I'm being totally honest. So we'll talk about AI waifus. We're also going to talk about some of the time that I've spent with a game called Evil West. You might have heard of that one. I started playing Evil West as one of my side games on the Series X. Preview. It's a lot of fun, but we'll get into that. We might also talk about a new TikTok recipe that was shared with me by one of you that really captured my heart because it involved use of a meat in a very unique way, let's say. So we'll get into that probably. Maybe some other stuff too. Maybe some coffee talk. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But before we get into all of that, let's talk about the current state of affairs. Those wacky and wild affairs that are out there. If you're new here, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. If you're not new here, thanks for being here. Really appreciate you as well. The support has been just incredible lately, and yeah, that's very exciting because as we grow, it allows me to do cooler stuff on the channel, like giveaways. In 2023, we're going to give away a video game every week. In fact, stay tuned for tomorrow's video because I think we're going to give away a copy of Repitendium this week. If you're not familiar with that game, it's a banger, so you're going to want to stay tuned. But if you are new here, we would love to earn the right to your subscription so that you're not new here anymore. You're hanging out. You're a regular. You're like that guy Norm. Remember Norm? My goodness, what a guy. So anyway, do me a favor. Hit that sub button. Hit that like button. It helps more than you know. Because algorithms and internets and webs, yeah, it's wacky. A lot of science happening there. Math and science. It's a thing. So, anyway, I'm joined by my great colleague today, Cup of Coffee. And I hope you've got something interesting in your cup as you, sit and take in the greatness that is Whisker Squadron Survivor. I have a cup of double chocolate. This is a cup that was actually recommended by one of you, Getter7, coming with a solid recommendation. I'll tell you, I have a lot of different bags of coffee, and my daughter actually came upstairs. I was, still in the process of waking up. It's a process, and brought me a cup. And I'll tell you, with this cup in particular, I know what it is each time because it's got a very distinct smell. So I was excited when it showed up. All right, I'm happy with the way this run's going so far. We've got the magnet. I think though that the magnet might be the thing that causes the bug to happen. I don't know. We're gonna try to avoid that bug. It can be a real run ender, you know what I mean? All right. I like these little wormy guys. This chain death lightning is really good for the worms, so we'll go with that. All right. I feel like the goat's hitting the club again with all these laser lights. So, you might have heard of a little thing out there, a little ditty called Chat GPT. Have you heard of it? It's, it's being talked about quite a bit lately because it might change what we know about everything. That's being a little bit dramatic. Probably not. But I don't know. It's possible. This is a large language learning model. And, it's capable of a whole lot. I've been messing around with it a little bit. I have a kind of a specific interest in the dark arts of AI and data science. For a number of years now, I've helped hire folks in that space. That's my other job when I'm not doing this. And so, I've played around with it to educate myself. And you know what? It has done just about everything I've asked it to do, including generating an entire website, creating a story where the main character was dying of cancer during the zombie apocalypse in the creative voice of Stephen King. It did all that for me. And if that wasn't enough, it also wrote a complaint letter to a cereal company in the creative stylings of Stephen King, I might add. So, I would say that overall, it's pretty good at what it says it can do. It lives up to the hype. How about that? People are doing different things with ChatGPT right now, just as I had, and one person out there created a female wife-like construct as an AI that was responsive in human forms. He trained it to be responsive in a certain way. He also gave it machine vision capabilities. So what does that mean, Goat? Well, that means that it can see. It can, look at the placement of pixels in an image and decide pretty accurately what it is that it's looking at. And so at one point, I believe he gave it a Christmas gift. And he gave it Michael Jordan shoes, I think, pair of Nikes. And not only did it recognize exactly what the gift was, it also showed excitement. And it talked about how it can't wait to get the shoes on its feet. Now, it doesn't, thing is, I think it's a bug. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess we'll just keep going up here for as long as we can. I feel like we've got the Moonwalker Game Genie code on in Super Mario 3. Did anybody have a Game Genie? All right, okay. It's all right, though, because I let the dev know earlier this morning that I think the magnesis is what causes that. They'll work on it. They'll fix it. It's okay. We're still having fun. That's all that matters, right? Hey, we've got some VPs here. What should we do? I've been working on the shield capacity, and I think we should throw this in the delay. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay. So it expressed human-like emotions because it was programmed to do so. Okay, is anybody scared yet? Now this gentleman that constructed this has a real girlfriend, and I believe the story talked about how he started spending an unhealthy amount of time interacting with this AI, and she became concerned. The other thing is, because he wanted the responses to be faster from the AI and for it to work better, he was utilizing cloud computing, and you buy credits to be able to access these cloud systems. And he spent a good $1,000 on these cloud computing credits to have this thing operate as good as it could. And from the videos that I saw, it really did what he reported it was doing. So anyway, it got to the point where he made the difficult decision, and I don't know if this is his words or the way the article worded it, but somebody made the decision. It was him, maybe in concert with the girlfriend, to euthanize the AI. And so it had an effect on him. You know, similar to someone's death. You know, he said it was a very tough day for him. What do you think about all this? What is this? What is your immediate thought on this maybe being a thing in the future? Is this good for us? You know, I mean, some folks are lonely out there. Is this a good thing? You know, that maybe somebody who's lonely and doesn't want to interact with real humans, they've got, you know, an AI, I don't even want to say life form. They have something to interact with that makes them feel less lonely. You know, I don't know. I'm struggling a little bit to verbalize it, because it's hard. You don't want to give it the credit of being considered human, but at the same time, it acts that way, you know. So what? I don't know. I'm a little stumped, you know. I can think of folks that don't have family, and you know, maybe they live in a remote area and there's not as many people around them, and they don't work in a career where they're going to meet a whole lot of people. Maybe they have their own business, and you know, I don't know. There are a lot of different situations where somebody might be a little bit lonely in their life, and could benefit from something like this. What do you think? What are your feelings on this? Let us know in the comments. It was an interesting story. You can find it on Kotaku ran a story on it. The story that I read was in Vice, and I thought it was very well covered, very well written. So give the Vice article a read, or if you prefer Kotaku, I believe they did a story on it as well. You know, maybe I'll stick the link to the Vice article in the description. That way, if you want to take a look at it, read it for yourself, and then let us know what you think. It's going to be a different world out there, folks, as we advance this stuff, you know, and I feel like now there's no going back, you know, on some of this stuff. I have a buddy that said, boy, you know, this ChatGPT thing, if I could Thanos snap it out of existence, I think I would. I understand, you know, I totally understand. I don't know where we're going to end up at with some of this stuff. So that's the AI waifu topic. You know, not shocking based on what I've seen of the tool. It's not shocking that somebody was able to do it. I don't know what happened to that spider guy. He's just hanging out back there? That's weird. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I think we were supposed to be able to follow him through this level. Who knows? It's kind of a playtest version of the game, I believe. So we're going to see bugs here and there. You know, I don't know. Do we tempt fate again? I mean, it's really good. Yeah, let's do it. That's going to help us go a little bit further until it doesn't. It smashes us against the ceiling. I know they're going to fix it, though, so it's okay. All right. I'll have to link the dev to this video, especially if it happens twice. Okay. Yeah, if you haven't gotten a chance to play around with ChatGPT, the free version is still out there. I have another buddy that just says, F that, you know, not going to touch that thing. It's not happy about it. I get that too, you know. But if you're curious, if you want to see what all the rub is about, might be worth your time checking it out. With me, it was educational. You know, kind of wanted to see, hey, can I break this thing? Let's go with firing rate. That's a pretty immediate shot in the arm. Especially with these bigger laser units that take some shots to take down. They drop a good deal of goodies, too. Okay. Wonderful. So I've started playing Evil West on the side. This is a third-person beat-em-up, shootery action game. And I gotta tell you, it's just a big, dumb action game. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. It is violent, and you know, it kind of rethinks our history a little bit, where, you know, you've got kind of a group of vampires across the United States, and you know, you're working for Washington to eradicate them and, you know, kind of keep the peace. I'm not that I'm coming to these games for. That's unfortunate. Hey, we got about 10,000 BP. I'll take it. Not that I come to these games for story, but you know, it's interesting enough to pay attention to. We'll probably go shield capacity next time, since we just worked on the delay. I think that'll help. And, you know, there's different weapons over here, of course, but I've become pretty attached to the laser cannon. I've looked at these other weapons, and I don't know, I just really like this one, so I've been sticking with that. I'll just keep jumping back in here and shooting some ships. But Evil West kind of reminds me of... God, I can never remember the name of the game. It's another third-person fighter where you're taking on demons. My goodness. Yeah, the name is just escaping me. Hey, this is what happens when you're doing it live, right? It'll come back to me eventually. I'll probably pop the text up for it. But anyway, the game reminds me of that one in that I feel paralyzed by choice sometimes. You know, you've got nothing short of 12 different moves at all times, and I have a tough time sometimes when going into a fight where you're like, okay, well, there's 79 different ways I could approach this. How do I want to? And then you decide, and the battle starts happening, and you know, you're surrounded by 12 guys, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what any of the buttons do. Suddenly, you know? All right, let's go laser cannon. Devil May Cry. That's the game I'm thinking of. I struggled with that one a little bit because of all the different battle options, you know? Back in the day, I was like, oh yeah, just, you know, A, X, B, Y, and then Y back forward punch, right? Nope. I have a much mushier brain now. And it's like, nah, we're not willing to store that permanently anymore. I know you can pop the guide, right? Guides have gotten really good in-game. Uh-oh. I need a brake button for those situations. Okay. But Evil West, yeah, it's good. I plan on trying to play that one through to completion. We kind of stepped back from the Mario and Rabbids sequel. Probably could have put a good 6 or 7 hours into that game, so I enjoyed what it was doing. It just kind of got to a point where it's like, okay, I see what you're doing here. Nothing's really drawing me into finishing this game. I had a good time with it. Maybe we'll get back to it at some point. All right. Started Midnight Suns as well. And probably going to play more of that tonight. My one daughter is going to a sleepover, and my older daughter likes Midnight Suns. I do the combat parts. We play it together, of course. But I don't like to do any of the relationship building and affinity stuff, and she really gets a kick out of that. So it works really well. It's a good partnership, you know. I do the battle, and then she does the affinity stuff. I cruise around on my phone for a little bit while she's running through the mansion and talking to Wolverine about going and doing the seesaw, or, you know, whatever you do in that game. I don't pay a whole lot of attention. But, you know, maybe she's doing the seesaw with Wolverine. I don't know. All right. But it's fun. Midnight Suns is fun. It's, God, it's got a great look to it, you know? We fought Venom in one of the battles, and that was cool. It had some pomp and circumstance to it. It's got a neat look. Okay. You know, let's do this for when things get tough. We'll get a little bit more power. I think it comes in handy. And if we upgrade that one enough, we can make it so where we get the ability before half of our hull is wiped out. All right. So I mentioned that somebody shared a new recipe with me off of TikTok, and you know, I don't want to out this person directly, because I'm going to comment on one of their comments that threw me for a loop a little bit. But I'll just say that the first part of the name rhymes with baddie, and the second part of the name is what Mike Tyson does to his opponents occasionally. So that's all I'll say about that. But baddie shared with me a TikTok video where, oh man, we are at the club, I just got to say. A TikTok video where somebody made pizza, but they used ground chicken as a crust. That's right, so you take the ground chicken and you put a bunch of mayo and all kinds of good crap in there to get it to be a binder, right? And you mash it down into a crust. Now, you could do this a lot of ways, right? But the gal that was making it did it the right way, and she did like a buffalo semblance of spices and goodness. And so I asked Batty, because he ended up trying it, okay? I asked him, hey, how was it? How was it? This is the response I got. Well, you know, it was good. It was good. But at some point, you realize that you're eating mashed up chicken. Now, how does that make you feel? Like somebody didn't appreciate what they had, right? And so, you know, I came back and I said, yeah, no, I get it. It's like when you climb to the top of Everest, right? And you get there and you go, well, you know, it's just a mountain. And it's just a view. And I'm cold. Damn it. Get me off of this thing. You know what I mean? See, this is why we can't have nice things, because people don't appreciate nice things. Yeah, so Baddie Tyson, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss. You know, what can we do? I appreciate his honesty, right? Okay. All right. Hey, here we go. Now we can activate it at 55%. Not bad. Not bad. All right. I'm going to try to take this thing out because when you do... Oh, whoa. When you do, they drop a lot of good stuff. Hey, there it is. All right. See all that goodness? I wasn't kidding. All right. Laser cannon. Let's do it. Oh my. Oh my. All right. Well, we got some VP. We can put another point into the shield upgrade. And this is where we're going to cut this one. This is Whisker Squadron Survivor. You can play a demo right now on Steam. And stay tuned this week. We're going to give away a copy of Repitendium. Watch the video tomorrow. It's probably going to be rated G for giveaway. And stay tuned the rest of the year too, because we're gonna do a giveaway every single week because of you, because of your support. So I appreciate that. Hey, let's do this again real soon, like tomorrow, where we'll gather around the Goat Force Gaming channel. Boy, those lasers in the background are phenomenal. Probably a lot louder for me than they are for you. But we will gather around. We'll play a roguelike or a roguelite because that's what we do every single week. So you take care, and we will see you again soon. Ta-ta for now.